New South Wales DPI has two key levels of responsibility in emergency management. It is the lead agency for animal, plant, aquatic disease and pest emergencies. The department is also the agricultural and animal services functional area, which supports the lead agencies of natural disasters such as floods, bushfires, oil and chemical spills. In October 2013, there was an outbreak of H7 avian influenza at two poultry farms near Young, New South Wales. DPI was directly involved in managing this response. Once initial concerns were raised, the emergency response team swung into action immediately, locking down and quarantining the first infected farm. A second poultry farm was also quarantined a short time later. The quarantine created a 10-kilometre control area around each infected site. The response was coordinated through the State Coordination Centre in Orange, the Local Control Centre in Cowra and the Forward Command Post in Young. DPI, local land services and supporting interstate staff managed the quarantine sites and completed investigations across the district and supervised the depopulation of the infected farms. The response eradicated the virus from the quarantine farms. DPI works with industry to maintain vigilance in managing this disease. Also, in October 2013, bushfires erupted across more than 40 sites in New South Wales. DPI assisted the New South Wales Rural Fire Service to respond to a number of fires in Sydney, Blue Mountains, Hunter Valley, Central Coast and Illawarra regions. During the fires, supporting and participating agencies such as LLS, RSPCA and WIRES worked beside DPI staff at evacuation centres, taking care of the welfare of livestock, wildlife and pets. At Hawkesbury Showground, over 100 horses were cared for by specialist equine experts. Care was provided at other evacuation centres for more than 400 pets, including dogs, cats, alpacas, goats, rabbits and birds. The evacuation centre had to be equipped to feed and care for all these animals. DPI also undertook property assessment to determine the damage fires and had caused to farm, infrastructure and tally up livestock losses. In 2011, the DPI Emergency Response Team responded to 18 properties due to an infection of Hendra virus. 10 horses died from the disease and the industry in New South Wales was put under serious threat. Hendra outbreaks are sporadic and can occur in clusters, so ongoing vigilance and preparedness is essential to managing the problem. Prior to Hendra virus scare, equine influenza hit the horse industry in August 2007. This was a very expensive disease outbreak, costing the horse industry millions of dollars and disrupting the racing and activities for over 4 months. DPI played a key role in setting up quarantine zones, testing horses and supporting small and large horse properties to vaccinate and manage the disease. In June 2007, a massive East Coast low developed around Newcastle, bringing severe storms and flooding to the North Coast and Hunter region. The floods will be most remembered for the grounding of the Pasha Bulka on Nobby's Beach in Newcastle. DPI was involved in managing the impacts of the floods in the region. DPI was involved in a huge rescue and clean-up effort around the Hunter. Large numbers of livestock and animals were lost and displaced by floodwaters. Pastures and infrastructures was also damaged. Another example is myrtle rust outbreak of 2010. Myrtle rust is a fungal pathogen and affects eucalyptus species and has a large impact on the cut flower market. It was first detected in the Sydney Basin in 2010 and has since spread into a wide range of natural vegetation sites. Within the 2010 response, DPI treated infected premises and removed infected plants, conducted surveillance, established quarantine sites, raised awareness of the rust pathogen and its potential impacts, engaged community, assisted affected businesses to control the disease and return to normal trading, raised awareness of biosecurity as normal practice. These examples show what is required when an emergency strikes. As you can see, there is a lot to do, and not just when we are called upon to respond. The ongoing work of prevention and preparedness means that as staff of DPI and participating supporting agencies, we need to consider emergency management as part of normal business.